There's dinner going, eh, dogs? Let's have a look, shall we? Hey, who's doing that? You little ripper, you. Let's have a look at this. See how it's getting. Out the way. Out the way. Yeah. Just cooking a few sausages. They can soak up a bit of the old apple juice, can't they? Give them a stab in a minute when I'll turn them over. Then the apples going in a crumble. I don't care if it's got sausage juice all over it. Why the fuck does it matter? Goes in one hole, out the other hole, doesn't it? Comes out the same, don't it? Just an adaptation of pork belly, isn't it? Out of the way, Marnie, while I turn these sausages over. It's just an adaptation of pork belly and apple sauce, isn't it? So, but I'm just not interested in the apple sauce because I'm going to have roast potatoes and veggies with it. But I'll have pork tasting or apple tasting sausages, won't I? Let's stab these sides as well. It's just so they soak up the apple juice. Like I said, it's all going to be strained off anyway. Which will just leave the apple, won't it? It won't need no sweeteners in it. I've got a couple of crumble mixes this morning from the shop. Bought a couple of bags of rhubarb and a few bags of sliced apple. That's all nicely in the soak. Right, that's dinner sorted. Go on then, out you go. Was you barking at the cars, was you? You got to tone it down a little bit, doggies. But at least you ain't piss scent marked, have you? So all good on that front, isn't it? Working on that though. Come out the way. Come out the way. So I was digging out the footings earlier while my back's up to it before it goes again. Move, 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 move. Back up, bitch. What the fuck? Oh, well that's why I ain't been getting no phone calls. Who did that? Move. And this is what's happened since the bitches moved in here. It's constant. Right, cheers for that, dogs. I don't know which one done it. Only way I can counter it now is by It's going to be one of the girls, it ain't the boys, because they just don't do that shit. So it's one of the girls. Ugh, you're shaking your head. But, stop creeping, Hulkster. I know it weren't you, buddy. Let's just rip it out. Waste of time having that in there, wouldn't it? So, see. Fat fucking bitches either get tripping over the fucking thing and ripping the fucking plug out the wall. Yep, which they've already done. So that's why they pulled it out the fucking wall. Great. Good job my internet ain't connected to that, innit? You fucking cunts. I wonder why my phone had been a bit... Where do you think you're going? No. No, you're in the hallway for good now, you dogs. You can't be fucking trusted. I've only got to go and do something and one of you cunts will be fucking causing chaos. And it'll be the bitches. Let's prop that back in up. Fuck off. Now, get out of my sight. You and all. Right. You're gonna get a fucking slap, one of you two bitches. Move. Just a fucking nightmare, isn't it, if you can't get your own way? You start fucking up. Fucking about. And that's what happens when the fucking neighbours start the dogs off. More damage. So, cheers for that, neighbours. It's those pissy little dog owners again. There you go, they ain't fucking about with my internet, they're fucking about with the phone cables. Trying to start the dogs off to make them aggressive. Manipulating again. I wouldn't. They only want me shouting at you, which they're succeeding in at the moment, but you haven't been told off because it ain't you dog's fault. That's the divide and rule trick, which has just cost the boys in blue to go down another goal. It's now 3-0 they're losing. There you go, phone's back on again. We'll have to run it through the loft. It's no good. Right, I'll have to reorder another phone cable and run it through the loft when I run the high-speed cable through there. I'm not going to rush though, because it's just a constant thing, innit? It's just another little game for them to play, isn't it? So there you go. Keeps me away from the home phone line though, doesn't it? If you see my point. Because now I've got to get up off my bed, go to the front room just to answer the phone. So it's all about stopping you from resting and relaxing. Right? But here's the thing. I'm still disabled. Still unable to work. Still unable to serve. Only got enough energy to do what I need to do for my own day-to-day living of life. So, that's you and your little games fucked, isn't it? Because it was always about the free labour, wasn't it? And they're trying to get people stressed out by your benefit games after attacking people's dogs. You dog-eating little muppet mug Prime Minister. And your criminals, your corrupt criminals that you're working with in government. That's why they keep interfering with my internet. Because I keep saying things that I shouldn't be saying. Publicly and out loud, exposing it all. So they're trying to add to people's stress now just before Christmas, which is why I'm not celebrating Christmas in any way, shape or form, because that's when they like to play their debt game. So they run their system that way for a reason, because it is a Christian system, along with the corrupt judiciary. And if you don't comply, Then they set you up with their corrupt judiciary to steal from you. And then you have to steal it back again, which creates a vicious cycle, because you're not only taking what they stole, you're teaching them a lesson, so you're taking it tenfold over. And it's really starting to hit their economy now. They fucked up the trade deal with America now for interfering with people's orders. So that's one trade deal then they ain't going to get as a favourable deal. So it's not going too well for them, really, is it? But let them think they're smart people. Now my back's starting to hurt. Fucking about with phone lines when I should have been resting it. There you go. So that's what we had a little drive-by just to set the dogs off properly. Right? They went absolutely fucking nuts, all of them. Right? It was all good though. You know what I mean? It's just people driving their cars on a Sunday, isn't it? Whether it be in a little formation like that, or whether it be a little police protest. Well, let's all drive past his house. Set his dogs off. Well done. That just cost you how much in petrol? I bet it didn't cost as much as, you know. Well, I bet I'll come out of the deal better because a new phone lead ain't going to cost the same as the amount of petrol you wasted doing that. Do you see what I mean? But it could have been all loads of other people as well. Could have been a good thing, could have been a bad thing, so I'm not judging it. When the dogs start barking though, it creates a false impression. Because obviously when they come round to check and they hear a dog going row, 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 row at the door, doesn't matter if it's an Alsatian or any other dog, does it? They just say, well, it looks one of them types, so it must be aggressive. No, fuck off. Go away with your nonsense. And it is nonsense. You're going after the innocent again. Which makes you nonces. Because that's what government are. All government is force. Glad to see him losing in style anyway. But that'll be their 3 warnings, won't it? 3 warnings, 3 cities, your game's over. Let's see who's online at the moment anyway. Haven't seen the usual posters online this week. Well, one has. One that I usually follow. And another one that's being forced to sort things out himself. He's online as well. Been online, doing quite well. He's pottering about. logging it while he's doing it. I've got a Dutch Cinch video to watch with me dinner. How's this guy doing today? You intimidate them, they're quaking in fear. Alright. Well, we never guessed that, that's why they keep flying over.
I never draw this blade unless it's gonna taste blood. Wouldn't have it any other way. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Incidents December 21.
Here's how to legally steal fuel from petrol stations. This programmer got fired from his job at a German car manufacturer after exposing a software bug in the fuel management system of all cars built after 1996. Christian worked in the ecology department, where his job was to make cars more environmentally friendly. But while working on ways to improve petrol mileage, he discovered most cars were configured in a way that causes the engine to consume more fuel than it really needs. When Christian shared his findings with his manager, he was expecting a big promotion. But instead of getting a raise, he got kicked out of the car company 3 days later. It was then he realized how big an impact his discovery could have. Blessed with years of technical experience, Christian teamed up with top car engineers, and after working for months on end, they finally hit the secret everyone was trying to hide. Christian's...
You intimidate them. They're quaking in fear. My goodness, you must be so powerful. You must be so great, so amazing, so huge. The way these people are intimidated by you, the way they fear you, they are so afraid of you, so scared of you. They're going crazy. They're doing crazy things because they are so intimidated by you. Oh my goodness. They realize how great you are. They realize how powerful you are. They're thinking, for us to be powerful, for me to be powerful, I must destroy you, the one watching me right now.
You're getting the point of the upliftment anyway, yeah? I don't want to copyright the guy, so I'll just let it run for a little bit. But it sort of tells the truth, don't it? Yeah, I miss not seeing the man's videos that I usually watch. But I think he's sussed out there's a problem on that. And he's just focusing on his stuff away from YouTube. That's what I'm getting from it. You know, it's how can you put it? Every chat group that you join or you join in with, you can be guaranteed after a while it also is infiltrated by Brigade 77 UK military, who then chat steer, interfere with the flow of the thing, wind the content creator up, cause problems, deliberately get the channel strikes. You know? So that's what I presume has been happening, because I actually saw some backbiters in there. But you know what they say about presumption. So I would say he's focusing on his life. He's still shining brightly. And until I hear otherwise, he's having a little break while he works it out for himself. I'm still doing my thing. The situation's calmed down, but it's still a bit birdish. You know, the old birdlime bullying going on, where you've got a little player that's got his thing going on, and he likes to throw his weight around and intimidate people and shit like that and cause problems. So sooner or later, the bullies will end up standing up to the bully. He'll lose his position of power because people just won't fucking deal with him. Simple as that. And so now, fuck that shit. That's not how we want it. Fuck off. And then other people will make a move on him, take it all away from him, because that's what happens. So I've heard a few things as well. Keep me ear to the ground. Setups, people getting robbed, so they're indebted. You know? Because it was always about trying to get a reaction, trying to get someone to go for someone that those who run the town officially want getting rid of. So if we pit him against that guy might just take him out of the equation for us. And then we can fucking really go to town on all the panickers that are running around, going from here, there to everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? So instead of doing what I should have been doing, I've just sat back, not got involved, know what's going on, but I don't need to do nothing about it until it involves my family. And then when it involves my family, I still don't have to do anything, because I've already given my word. So the word just goes up then, don't it? And the hit goes out. Simple as that. You just turn around and say to someone above him, it's, well, this is what happened, mate. If you ain't impressed with that, you'll have to do something about it, won't it? Otherwise you're going to lose all your business, mate. Simple as that, isn't it? Then that guy goes absolutely fucking batshit crazy and says, what the fucking hell's going on? You know? Same old thing. Seen it a million times before. Yeah, me remote control's back to life again. It decided it was going to be playing up after I left the building for a while to go and do a shopping run yesterday. So it's either electronic interference or someone's actually been fucking about with the property from outside at the back there. And I keep catching them out the back now, fucking about. But they can't do it without the electronic interference, which now the landlords have joined in with the police to do it as well. So that gets me a free router, because the landlords forced that issue, and I can prove it's to do with them and the police that are interfering with my router now, because the internet service provider's been watching it. So they know what the problem is, because they've already been told in advance who it was that wanted access to the router. Because all their spying devices, what they had to have installed in their properties under government orders, are piggybacking on the router. Right, so I've got one item to remove from my kitchen ceiling and put my own one up there. That covers the law. They then don't have to have any technology in this property as well that can be used to spy in this property. I even said to them, look, that's the only reason I've lost so much weight. I don't want to go in my kitchen anymore. And as soon as he stepped underneath the fucking item in question, his internet went off. So it messed with his tablet that was getting Wi-Fi outside the building, and as soon as he stepped inside the building, it cut off his signal. So it's definitely that was doing it. And I caught it all on camera. So I've got proof for court, along with the police corruption, along with the landlord's corruption. So bring it on. I really couldn't give a shit anymore. I've got you all. There's not a lot you can do except to try and set me up again. And if you try and set me up this time, you're going to get caught doing it. So, you know what I mean? And then it'd be major money payout. So I just let them carry on. Right? Because it's just adding more points, more numbers to the payout. So I had my little hyper burst. Now I'm resting up again while everything locks up, and I have to stop to feed myself. Those that have been playing their silly little nonsense games around here are very, very silent today. But that's only because of the way I'm dealing with it. They don't know what the problem is, so you can hear them discussing it. Well, the problem is still the original problem. It's nothing to do with him now. And that's what I have to make perfectly clear. It's nothing to do with that neighbour that side at all. But the people that were involved in it originally are all panicking now because he was an outsider that moved into this area the same as I was. So why did he get played against me? Because that's what they're doing. They're playing one against the other to get rid of the outsiders that move into the village. And it's not working out well for them at all now. Because those that have moved in from outside the village are now starting to get together, and it's like, yeah, well, we know what's going on because we've been sitting back watching it as well. We've seen that neighbour move out, we've seen that neighbour move out. You try to help them people. You even explain to them what you're doing. Then they sit back and watch it. So even more people are watching what's going on. Now it's open panic with those that have been doing it, which is forcing mistakes, which is just the way it's supposed to be, isn't it? While they're making mistakes, I'm cracking on with what I should be doing. Little by little, bit by bit, I'm changing my environment the same as what I did when I was in prison. Waiting for when I get released from it all. So I'm making constructive use of my time, aren't I? It's no different to being on a prison wing. Literally, no difference. The psychology, the shouting about, the provoking, everything else is just the same as being on a prison wing, except you're on the outside. No difference whatsoever. So like I said, you know, it could be, you know, the stuff what's been happening to the younger members of the family could well be because they haven't been paying attention when I said, yeah, I saw the fucking stalker just by your fucking house. Oh, you're chatting shit. Am I? Okay, right. Now you tell me you've been robbed. Now you tell me this. Now you tell me that. After I warned you. You still didn't fucking listen. You're getting it now though, aren't you? So, yeah. So, you know, I decided to listen to a man's advice. Hopefully listen to mine in return while he assesses what's going on with the people that are spying on his channel. But mark my words on that. I'm not going to name the channel because I might get accused of clickbaiting or using his name for clicks or views or whatever, and it simply ain't the case. It's me returning a favour. Watch for the chat steerers and those instigating problems. I just call them backbiters, but they're really 77 Brigade or the police, and all they're trying to do is trip you up when you're doing so well. So keep shining brightly, bro. That's all I can say. Other than that, I can just watch the videos, but I've got to stay out your live chats because it's obvious, isn't it? I seem to get it whatever chat I go in. So they're definitely, you know, what's influencing him, where's he getting his advice from, this, that and the other, you know. Right, that person's helping him, right, fuck about with them lot. Yeah, it's all coming from the same place. Dirty, corrupt government. So, you know, that's the way it is, I'm afraid. There's nothing I or you can do about that. All you can do is be aware of it. And if you've ever read the book Dune, you'll know that the first step in avoiding a trap is knowing of its existence. On that note, have a lovely week. It's been a tolerable week here. It's been very quiet because I've been doing my own thing, like I said. But doesn't mean I don't watch videos and keep up to date on things online and that. I've got my appetite back now. There's a few things going on different levels which I'm not really supposed to talk about because it's not my thing. All I can say is the world's about to get a smaller place with less people on it. And it's all down to the government and their World Health Organization masters. So those that fell for it are all being killed off. It is mass genocide. Those that talk about it will be rubbished off and say, well, he's a conspiracy theory, he's on medication, don't listen to him. And by the time you work out that people like me are telling you the truth, you're already dead anyway. So you should have paid attention when you had the opportunity to. But this is what's really going on around the world. BDS is hurting Israel so badly now. And it turns out Hamas is an Israeli construct anyway. So they've reaped their own whirlwind, if you see what I mean. It's a bit like the guy that fucking gassed me, having to put up with the problems that it's caused me. That is the same thing. It's the whirlwind he created that's, well, I don't know what's up now. I thought it was all sorted out. Yeah, it is all sorted out. Everything's cool, bro. Don't worry about it. But the others that are still carrying it on, if they're not doing it with your blessing, they're doing it on their own. And if they're doing it on their own, that means they're still trying to play me against you. You see what I mean? So I'm not reacting to it. My dogs are the ones they're focused on at the moment. So worst case scenario, if the Prime Minister wants to eat my dogs in a curry, I'll buy bigger fucking dogs to guard my property. And you will die from eating my dogs. You murdering pieces of scum. Because in the fire you are all going. And that's kind of why your streets have been taken over, isn't it? Because you won't listen to people. You just want to play the old game, right wing against left wing. To an anarchist, you're just giving them fuel for the fire, aren't you? And we all know that politicians really fear the anarchists because they're so unpredictable. They can't control anarchists. So they have to set them up. It's the only way they can get them to play along with their evil, stupid games. Until they work out what the game is and then flip it on its head, like I've just done. So, on that note, I wish you a blessed, happy week. Enjoy yourselves to the full. Live your lives like you want to. And don't fucking comply. It's all negativity and fear while they control you through the Christmas period, which is their religion. It's the state-owned religion. So that's why they come after you with bailiffs and everything at Christmas and bombard you with bills to stress you out further and mess about with benefits. It's all part of their game, which is coming to an end. So there is hope. Be happy. Enjoy your lives.